Hey folks, it's me, Miss Rogers, and we're going to talk about rhombuses or rhombi today. And as you can see, I've already marked on my paper. It says that rhombi have the same properties as parallelograms, and let's review those. Opposite sides are congruent, opposite sides are parallel, opposite angles are congruent, consecutive angles are supplementary, and diagonals bisect each other. The two new things that we have to talk about are that rhombuses or rhombi, that all sides are congruent. And you're thinking, but that makes it a square. No, because not all the angles are congruent. Just the sides are congruent. Diagonals are perpendicular. And the diagonals bisect opposite angles. Okay, so if we have a rhombus, it looks like a parallelogram. But one thing that we need to be sure to note is that this side, this side, this side, and this side are all the same. And that also means the diagonals, my picture is not perfect, but the diagonals form right angles. They are perpendicular to each other. They're perpendicular. And that the angles, this angle is congruent to that angle. Because the diagonals bisect the opposite angles. This angle is congruent to this angle. Now, I'm not saying that this angle is congruent to that angle, but I'm saying that this one's congruent to that one. All right? And it may be that they're, maybe. I have to think on that. But anyway, since they're, no, it may not be. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Each quadrilateral is a rhombus. Find the missing information. So JK equal 12. So let's label that. Here's JK, it's 12. And JN equals 7. So JN equals 7. Let's label the rest of this. So KL has to be 12. ML has to be 12. And MJ has to be 12. Let's see. So opposite sides are congruent, opposite angles are parallel, opposite angles, diagonals bisect each other. So if we have a right triangle here, because this makes a right angle, how did I get this side right here? I have a right triangle. So I'm going to take 12 squared minus 7 squared and take the square root of them. So 144 minus 49. I'm just going to do it in the calculator. Oh, let's see here. Get rid of that. Let's see. Square root. Clear that out. Square root, parentheses, 12 squared minus 7 squared, close parentheses, equals 9.75. So I'm just going to do 9.7. So this side is 9.7. All right, so this side has to be 9.7. This side is 7. Right? Okay. So JM is 12. JL is this long one right here, is 14. MN, we came up with 9.7. MK, 9.7 is 18.4, 19.4. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Okay. All right. Let's try number 3. It says RT, this long diagonal right here, is 22. And US is 18. What else can we figure out about this shape? Well, I can figure out that VT is 11 and RY, that's RY. That's a Y. RY is 11. I know that YS is 9 and UY is 9. So I've got four congruent triangles by side, angle, side. They're 4 congruent triangles. And I can figure out the hypotenuse by doing Pythagorean theorem. 11 squared plus 9 squared. Take the square root. So I'm just using my regular old calculator on my phone. So 11 squared plus 9 squared is 202. Clear that. Square root 202. Get 14.2. So the sides are 14.2. So VT, where is VT? VT is 11. UV is 9. RS is 14.2. ST is 14.2. Not too bad. Using our good old friend Pythagorean theorem. Let's try number 5. ZY, this line right here, is 34. WY, this long diagonal, the short diagonal, that WY is 38. An angle of ZXY, this big angle right here, is 34 degrees. So we know that we can find 38 divided by 2 is 19. So this side is 19. This side is 19. I can find the right triangle right here. Here's my right angle. So 34 squared minus 19 squared, and take the square root. Clear it. Square root 34 squared minus 19 squared. I get 28.2. 28.2. And this is 28.2 also. So altogether, 28.2 times 2 is 56.4. So Zx equals 56.4. And I asked that right here. All right. Let's see. What else can we figure out? Oh, 34 divided by 2. 34 divided by 2 is 14? No, 15, 16, 17. That one's 17 degrees. This one's 17 degrees. So 90 plus 17 equals 107. Subtract 180 is 73. So this angle is 73. How did I get that? Oh, I took 17 and 190, added them together, and subtracted from 180. So this angle has to be 73. And this angle has to be 17. Okay, so we can figure all that out. So let's write down what we know. We've got a big mess here. WZ is 34. VY is 19. ZX, we found that, no, ZV, 28.2. WXZ is 17 degrees. WVZ is 90 degrees. ZYW is 73 degrees. XYW is 73 degrees. All right, see what you can do with the numbers 2 and 4 on this worksheet.